Why, hello, it's Robbie from Southern California. Gonna do a daily vlog for today. I don't know if I'll do it all the time, but I'll try it. If you guys like it, I'll do a short daily vlog, which will take nothing away from regular videos or my long, boring vlogs that you listen to. I just wanted to start it here because isn't that cute? That's that bird bath I made, the solar bird bath out of the tumbler, you know, the cup and straw. And the hummingbirds keep coming to it. I've just been amazed by that. Let's walk outside. Let's walk over here. You know, some of you might think, what is this board thing here? Gary put this up a while ago on the sliding glass door so the sun does not beat on my computer, which I keep covered all the time because I don't want all the dust from the canyon coming up the hill, which it does. And that will just, well, that could destroy a computer. So I cover it when I'm not using it, and I uncover it. It only takes seconds. No, there's Kitty. There's Kitty. Yep. She goes, this doesn't look like a regular garden thing. No, it's not. It's not on gardening. It's just what's going on today. It's still early, so we're not that hot. We're going to be close to about 95, it said today, so we'll see. So it's already reaching about 80. See what I do here? Sometimes when the sun is so hot, this will just really shoot some of my fountains up high. Now, there's other fixes on that. That would be, let's say, making the tubing wider. But what it is, it's just a lot of heat coming through in sun. So you can take something and you can slightly cover it a little. See? And then what you're doing is you're turning it down. Isn't that cool? That's just a sour cream top, and I got the center cut out, and now it's just perfect for the hummingbirds, and they like it when it's not so hot. It's not always like that. Normally when we're not really hot and the sun isn't so intense, it won't do that. It just will run normally. But when it's really hot, the thing must get hot, and the sun is really so bright, it can shoot some of your fountains higher, and well, sometimes you might go out there and find it empty because of that. That's it. Those are just the containers of the oriole on the tree. I don't know if you can see them out there. All the hummingbirds are coming. I'm going to get ready to go do all the feeders. I don't know if they're all full. Look at that. See the orioles coming in on the orange tree? I'm so hoping you can see that. Hey, he's flying around. They're not as bold as, of course, the hummingbirds are. The orioles know me, but not as good. But the hummingbirds, absolutely, they don't care. Yeah, they know, oh, he's back. Actually, that's a younger one. The one that just flew off was brighter. And they get brighter and more intense, their color, as they get a little older. If they're under a year old, under 2 years old, it may not be as bright. So that's it. So I'll try vlogging periodically. Might talk about things I've worked on and things that, look, they're following me around to see if I got something. Things I'm going to work on. The deck is just phenomenal right now. I mean, I can't believe all the tomatoes through here that are growing, and everything is looking really good, and I did close to zero work. Really, I haven't done anything new to these containers. Maybe I will next year, but I don't have to do anything there. And then, of course, I've got the zucchini. I've already picked the zucchini, but I can't believe the moringa tree in a small pot. There's two of them, see? There's a little moringa. This is not a deck tour, so I'm not doing a tour. But this has just been great. Really, really great. I'm going to grow more moringa. So what else is going on today? Let me step out. Next time I'll do it out in the garden somewhere. Maybe I'll walk around and do like a 7-8 minute vlog on what's going on. My goodness, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. A loud bang. Nothing fell. You know, there's a big rabbit that lives down the steps here, and he might have run through the brush and it scared all the hummingbirds. The 4 o'clocks are starting to die back a little bit. Gary doesn't like them. He's been pulling some of them out. I like them. I've got them now in my garden. Those are the red flowers. They close up. See, the flowers are closing up right now. As the sun gets hotter and hotter, they'll close up. And then they'll reopen 4 o'clock, you know, when the sun starts to drop down. And the hummingbirds do feed on that. But the problem is he looks at that when the dogs are running through, you know, as healers, that those are pit stops for rattlesnakes. And that makes a lot of sense. I can't argue with him on that one, because they need pit stops. So when they're slithering along the ground, they will go underneath one of those. And then they'll sit there and you just don't know, so he likes to get a lot of that out. Like the pink lemonade tree, it's all clear underneath. So if anything's under there, they can see it. Even his healers, if they see a rattlesnake or any snake, they back off. They just don't care. They don't try to attack them or anything. But if they don't see it and they ran through it or too close, I hope you can see the hummingbirds. They're feeding on the, look, they're feeding on the hibiscus. Can you see that? I can try to zoom in. Of course, by the time I zoom in, they always disappear. Isn't that cool? Everything's struggling. We've been so hot and dry. Even like the garden, my garden, it's usually got mint all over the ground in the bird garden. And we're not getting that because no matter what, I water and then everything dries. And Gary will soak the trees. We've got, that's a blood orange. I think that, I can't remember. I think that one's a navel orange. He knows what kind that is. And that is a mandarin I planted a long, long time ago. That's the pink lemonade. That one down there is a kumquat. Then I've got the orange trees that I bought. Gosh, I think I bought them at Kmart years ago. I bought those so they would, the essence of their flowers would go into the kitchen window, and it works. Couldn't get them to grow. They stayed really tiny until he laid all the wood chips. I don't even remember now. Is it 6 years ago? When he laid 5-6 years ago, when he laid all the wood chips there, the trees bursted. I mean, just took off. But otherwise, they were small. All those years, they just didn't grow. And the wood chips really changed the soil and everything. And then there is an avocado tree. No big deal. But you know what? There's stories behind that tree, and I don't have photos. My kids built a tree house in there. See the big trunk there that goes kind of like a V? And they used to sleep in there. My daughter was the big one sleeping in there. And it used to frighten me to have her sleep out here at night. Now, I was happy we had dogs at the time. The dogs would stay there underneath the treehouse. But what I did was I put a phone wire out the kitchen. I connected a long phone wire. I used to always work on phones. This is before wireless. Phone company once asked me if I wanted to work for them. I even with fixed phones, before they'd come out, I'd wait, well, we can't come out until next week. And they'd come out and the guy would test the phone. He goes, it's fixed. I said, I know, I took the wiring apart and redid it. What? You're not supposed to touch it. I know, but it didn't have a phone. So I used to fix it. But anyways, I strung a wire out. It would just be through the air and it would go into the treehouse. And this way, I had 2 phone lines. I could call them or they could call in the house if they needed anything. But she loves sleeping in her treehouse. Started to fall apart. I mean, now remember, her kids are grown. One of them is, going to be 22 this year. But it started falling apart, and Gary said it wasn't safe anymore, so he said he had to take it out, which he did. Tree is dead on the top, but it's making a comeback on the bottom, and I have to leave this tree because this is the pit stop for everything. Everything comes here. The robins will come here in the spring when they stop by to land, and of course the orioles and the hummingbirds just glisten because they just hang out in there. So what else? The avocado trees. Real quick, I will talk about this for a moment. There were 32 avocado trees on this property when I bought the property back in the 80s. They were all older avocado trees, so it's not like they're dying from neglect. They were like 80 years old, some of them. It was an old orchard, and they sold the big orchard off and made it for, here we can walk over here. They sold the orchard off and they subdivided everything into 1-acre lots pretty much. And people had the avocado tree. See, that's why you see so many avocado trees. Now, that's a big fig tree down there, too. But a lot of people would buy the properties and build homes and just level everything. They also had oranges through here. This was very big on oranges and avocados. So some people kept the orange trees, which eventually have died out. There's a big farm up here that used to have a lot of avocado trees, but there's a disease that's going through right now that got into California. And once they get it, it's almost impossible to stop it. And they've leveled most of their trees. I know a friend came over when I first moved here. See, the hummingbirds hang out in the trees. He said to me, he walked the property, he goes, you need to level all your trees so you have a nice big property. And I said, I don't want to level the trees. I love the trees. So no, I didn't level them, but over the years, most of them have died. I haven't done a true count, but I would think there might be about a dozen trees left. Now, this one's doing really, really good, and so is this one. It's full of avocados, but the problem is with the drought, the squirrels have just And of course the rats just come and they take the avocados off. Oh no, our fruit beetle. They take the avocados off before they're ripe. Gary said at some point he might start trying to do something, but squirrels leap, so it's not like you can just wrap the tree with sheet metal because they'll leap from tree to tree. So he's trying to figure out what to do, but we have gotten some avocados this year. So I think that's it. You know what? I've talked too much. I'm going to keep this as my first, I'll call it a daily vlog, and I'll see if I can do it off and on. What else can I talk? Oh, you know what? Speaking about avocados, my granddaughter, some of you might have been with me a couple years ago when she graduated, and I put in, I put a video up saying, hey, would you guys, if you want, no worries if you don't do it, message her on her YouTube and congratulate her. All through the ceremony, it was so cute because while she was graduating for her makeup school and hair and all that. While she was graduating, her phone was going ping, ping, ping. She couldn't figure out what was going on, and so many of you came in. She got such a kick out of that. She has one wonderful kid, really a good kid. There's stories I could tell you about her when she was little. I just love watching the hummingbirds. How she worked with children, and just amazing. But anyways, that was so cute. Well, she just put up, she does makeup and hair. Oh, it does a lot of things. Editorial work. She is drawing like above, if you're wearing a mask, just above the mask, like a little artwork on your face, a little tiny, and it would kind of make the expression for the day how you feel. And she loves avocados, so she did avocados, but you could do a happy face smiley, you can put a little message on there, she said. So she's putting that together. I'll put her link if you want to check it out, because I got a kick out of that. I put a little bird on the other day, and I think I'm going to try something with a hummingbird because it's really cute. People look and they smile and stuff. But go check it out. I'll put the link there. So that's it. If you like a daily vlog, and this one went over, I did not want to go 12 minutes. It's over 12 minutes. I wanted to keep it 8. Just kind of an update. Otherwise, today, what am I going to do today? I'm still working on my totes. I haven't gotten to my chair garden yet. A lot of it's growing in on its own. I've been working on the front yard. I've got some totes now done in my rainbow garden. I planted watermelon, and I'm still working a little bit in there. And I'm making plant food. Lots and lots of plant food, and planted some new cucumbers. So we'll go into that. And I'm probably going to go to the thrift store. I want to get another bowl and try something else and make another type of water feature. They've absolutely loved this. This is just amazing. And so I want to get more of them, and I want to put some in maybe the bathtub or something. Anyways, now I've talked your ear off because I don't want a long vlog. I want to make maybe these short vlogs. So with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm going to go check all my hummingbird feeders. They're starting to run a little low. And don't forget, this one's empty. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.